How will a nasty Thanksgiving brawl change Halle Berry's custody drama? I'm Halle in Hollywood for the Daily Buzz on CelebBuzz.com. It was a Thanksgiving throwdown at Halle Berry's house on Thursday. The fight was between the father of Halle's daughter, Nala Gabriel Aubry, and her fiancé actor, Olivier Martinez. Now, by the look of this shot right here of Gabriel, looks like Olivier has a pretty good right hook. But how is this going to change the current custody battle? Joining us from Los Angeles is former prosecutor Lonnie Combs. Lonnie, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. My eyes are obviously doing much better than some of the people involved in this case. Let's talk about how this is going to affect the custody.
Well, I'll tell you, those physical injuries might be the least of Gabriel's worries. The smackdown at Halle Berry's house on Thanksgiving may eventually lead to a smackdown in the family law court for Halle Berry. As you know, she just asked the judge to allow her to move to France with her daughter and her fiancé, and the judge denied that request.
Now, will this change at all? Because you're mentioning this request to move to France. The judge said, How will the judge reconsider or look at this a little differently if she goes back to him and says, hey, do you mind reconsidering this trip to France?
Absolutely. She now has new evidence to show that perhaps the safety of her child is at issue, because apparently this throwdown occurred in front of the daughter. If she wasn't actually present, she was there somewhere, whether she actually saw it or not. And so Halle can go in and say, look, my ex-husband, the father of my child, has a temper problem, and he can't control his temper around the daughter. So the daughter's safety is now at issue. That's a very significant consideration for the family law court.
Well, now, if you're Gabriel, can't you just as easily say, hey, wait a minute, it's this other guy that's starting all the physical drama, not me? How does the judge sort through all that?
Well, that's what a judge does. They're going to go through the evidence. And apparently there might be criminal charges that come out of this. And in the criminal courts, they'll sort it out. But so far, the allegations are that Gabriel started it, then Olivier finished it, and apparently Gabriel got the worst of it. But if Gabriel went to the home and started this assault, this physical altercation, that's a very serious allegation as to his fitness as a parent for Nala.
Okay, so explain to me quickly kind of the order of what's going to happen here. So Halle wants to move to France. The judge said, not with the kid. You can't do that yet. There's also custody issues and now a restraining order. In what order will these things be addressed?
Well, we've got a temporary restraining order right now, which ends today. And so allegedly, Halle is going back to court today to try and ask the judge to get that restraining order to become permanent, which says that Gabriel cannot be within 100 yards of Halle, Nala, or the fiancé. If that happens, that really affects his ability to have visitation rights. We'll go back into family court after that. Halle will once again raise the issues of his fitness and probably renew her request to move to France. At that point, the judge looks at everything again and decides if he wants to change his previous ruling.
All right, Lonnie, now before we let you go, we did post some stuff up on our Facebook. We wanted to get some reactions from you guys to see what you guys are saying about all this drama. And let's go to our Facebook right now. Let's see, Diane, she says sad for the child, of course. Let's see, Nadia, she is just an idiot. Stop trying to move that kid away from her father. We have some other comments here. Mason says, I really have feelings for Halle. I'm not happy she's going through this stress. That's kind of an awkward comment. And what else do we have? Oh, Marita says Gangnam Style. So thanks so much for really getting in on that conversation. Really appreciate it. Let us know what you think. You can hop on the Facebook. You can also do it on the Twitter. Just use the hashtag #TheDailyBuzz. Lonnie, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
You bet.
And for the biggest stories breaking right now in Hollywood, head on over to CelebBuzz.com.